Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I recently redid a bathroom in my house and added this nice ShipLap wall as an accent feature in the bathroom. My wife and I think it looks awesome, and it's super easy to do for the average homeowner and DIYer. In this video, I'm going to show you some helpful tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, so hopefully you can have success by installing an accent wall with ShipLap just like I did. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who likes and subscribes to my channel. If you enjoy watching videos like this and want to pick up some more tips on how to improve your house, please consider subscribing today. Okay, so how do you install this onto the wall? You're just going to want to nail onto the wall just like any other type of trim that you can do to your wall. Most people use a trim gun like this one. And I'm using 1 1/4 inch brad nails to go through this board. Now here's a tip. What a lot of people will do is they will put this on the wall, and then because they're in a rush, they will nail directly into the face of this board, which is fine, that works. However, what you're going to end up having is a lot of nail holes to fill, sand down, and paint at the end of the project. What I like to do instead is, instead of nailing directly into the baseboard, I come up here and I nail most of my nails on this upper lip. Okay. When I nail most of my nails on that upper lip, and then I come through with my second board, the second board comes down and hides where most of my nails are. That way I don't have to patch, sand, and paint as many nail holes at the end. Now the only issue with this is when you nail only on this top lip, sometimes the bottom will flare up a little bit. So I will throw in maybe one nail to the face, maybe every 16 inches to 2 feet. But that eliminates, or at least greatly reduces, the amount of nail holes that I need to fill, sand down, and paint. Okay, by putting them in that upper lip, it'll save you a lot of time at the end of your project. One of the best time-saving tips I can give you is to prime and paint your ShipLap before you hang it on the wall. It's much easier to paint it when it's laid out like this than it is when it's hanging up on the wall and you have to paint behind obstacles like toilets and sinks. After measuring my pieces to size and cutting them on my miter saw, I'm going to go ahead and start nailing them onto the wall one after another while hiding my nails as much as possible, just like I talked about earlier in the video. Remember that I'm using 1 1/4 inch brad nails for this project. Here's an awesome visual to show you how many nails I'm putting into this top lip. I don't really care how many nails I'm putting in here because it's all going to get covered by the board that slides over top of it eventually. The face of my boards are primed, painted, and not a whole lot of nail holes in sight to have to fill later on. And here's a progress shot of me about 2/3 of the way up the wall. You can see I was easily able to slide them behind the toilet, and I cut out around where my sink hookups are. Eventually I worked my way up to my vanity light, and I have this nice circular electrical box that I have to work around. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hole saw for this job. Here's the older style hole saw kit that I'm going to use for this project. You can buy one just like this or an updated version of one. It's pretty easy to use. You just pick the right size and it hooks directly into your drill. And then you can drill out a perfect circle. Here you can see that piece of ShipLap tucked behind the electrical box. Had no issues at all doing that cut, and that's about the most difficult cut you're going to have this entire project. So if you can do that one, you'll be pretty good. I just continued that process all the way up the wall until the entire wall was installed with this awesome looking ShipLap. Again, my wife and I are pretty excited about how it looks. I did end up installing a piece of quarter round into each corner just to help with the transition between the ShipLap and the wall next to it. Anyway, this is the bathroom all done and put together. I hope you found this video helpful and useful. And again, I appreciate all those like buttons and everybody subscribing to my channel.